Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, your weekly dose of cutting edge science and technology. In this video, we will break down the top innovation, discoveries and breakthroughs from June 1st to June 7, 2025. Let's dive in. First news about thermophilic bacteria. Thermophilic bacteria thrive in grows in extreme heat temperature between 45 to 70 degrees Celsius. These bacteria are not only resilient to survive in this very high temperature but also very beneficial for human being. They play important role in antibiotic production. So hot springs around the world are rich in thermophilic bacteria because hot springs, the temperatures between 45 to 70 degrees Celsius, and it helps in production of antibiotic. Recent studies highlight their potential in combating antibiotic resistance with the help of thermophilic bacteria. So these thermophilic bacteria are found in hot springs, deep sea vents, and compost piles. Their habitats are full of mineral rich and have fewer competitors because of high temperatures. Other organisms will not survive. Other microorganisms will not survive. So these allow thermophilic bacteria to grow, to flourish. They often produce antibiotics to fend off other microorganisms, to kill other microorganisms. Their ability to thrive in extreme, to grow in extreme condition, make them unique in the microbial world. So thermophilic bacteria are used in production of antibiotics. It produces potent antibiotics. Researchers focus on actinobacteria, mostly the actinobacteria, a group for its antimicrobial properties. These bacteria, actinobacteria, are responsible for producing well-known antibiotics like streptomycin and tetracycline. So recent studies have shown that hot springs can be a treasure trove for discovering new antibiotic producing strains. So in hot spring, there is a treasure amount of these bacteria, actinobacteria. So there is a research at Rajgir hot spring in Bihar. The Rajgir hot springs in Bihar has been the subject of recent research. So Rajgir hot spring in Bihar has been the subject of recent research. Scientists from the VIT, Vellore Institute of Technology, studied the different types of microbial diversity at Rajgir hot spring in Bihar. They discovered a high percentage of actinobacteria in hot spring in Bihar. This finding is as it indicates a rich source of potential antibiotics. With the help of this, the researcher can help in production of antibiotics. They use advanced techniques to identify this microorganism accurately. So how to address antimicrobial resistance? This antimicrobial resistance is a growing global concern. The World Health Organization warns that it could lead to substantial healthcare costs finding new antibiotics with the help of these types of bacteria. Second news about trends in artificial intelligence. Trends in artificial intelligence. The landscape of artificial intelligence has been transforming rapidly. Recent reports highlight an exceptional increase in artificial intelligence adoption in every field. Venture capitalist Mary Meeker's latest trends report titled Trains Artificial Intelligence, which emphasizes the unprecedented space. The report explained how artificial intelligence adoption curve is unlike previous technological advancement. So about the artificial intelligence, it has some challenges also, some disadvantages also, that it creates biases and misinformation that accompany this rapid growth. Speed of artificial intelligence adoption. Artificial intelligence platforms have achieved remarkable user numbers in a very short interval of time. For example, ChatGPT reached 100 million users in less than 3 months. ChatGPT reached 100 million users in less than 3 months after the discovery of ChatGPT. In contrast, platforms like Instagram took 2 to 4 years to reach the same milestone. The report predicts that 50% of United States households will adopt the artificial intelligence within 3 years. A stark difference from the 6 to 12 years it took for internet access. So these are about the speed and growth of artificial intelligence adoption. There are top 5 artificial intelligence trends. Computer vision set to grow. It boosts to autonomous vehicle industry. It increases chatbots and virtual assistants to get smarter. It provides solution for metaverbs and it helps in improving language modeling. Top artificial intelligence trends, government initiatives in artificial governance, international collaboration for artificial intelligence standards, response, it enhances responsible artificial intelligence developments, and it also creates public awareness and education. Few benefits of artificial intelligence while using in the workplace. It reduces employee turnover, enhances customer satisfaction, it increases returns, resource optimization, increase in decision making, increase in problem solving, and increase in automation. So these are the benefits of artificial intelligence in the workplace. So what are the futures of artificial intelligence? Helps in healthcare, security and defense, in education, banking and finance, autonomous vehicles, manufacturing, entertainment, workplace. So these are the future of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence markets is gradually increasing. 35.9% global market 2025 to 20 up till 2030. It will gradually increasing. So artificial intelligence market is showing surge in deep learning, machine learning, natural language processing, machine vision, generative artificial intelligence. So what are the India roles in artificial intelligence uses? India's plays pivotal role, important role in the global artificial intelligence landscape. India is the second largest market for ChatGPT, contributing 13.5% of its mobile app users. So India is the second largest market for ChatGPT, contributing 13.5% of its mobile app user. This surpasses the United States and Germany. Despite restriction on ChatGPT in countries like China and Russia, Indian user boost platform like DeepSeek, which is popular in India. About open source versus closed models, there are two models of artificial intelligence. Closed models such as Open Artificial Intelligence GPT-4 are centralized and require substantial investment. They offer high performance but lack transparency. Closed model offer very good performance but lack transparency. Conversely, open source model like those from Hugging Face provide accessibility to advanced artificial intelligence without hefty cost, increased cost. China is currently leading in open source artificial intelligence. China is currently leading in open source artificial intelligence, releasing several large-scale models in the year 2025. What are the implications of artificial intelligence development? There is a divergence between open and closed model which has implication. Closed model dominates consumer markets and enterprise adoption, while open source initiative fuel local innovation. enhance local innovation and language models. This creates a dynamic between freedom and control, speed and safety, openness versus optimization. So these contrasting approaches will shape the future of artificial technology and its governance. There are few challenges and few caution. Despite the promising advancement, the report cautioned against potential pitfalls, drawbacks, issues like artificial intelligence hallucination. There may be biases and misinformation which remain critical concerns. These are the challenges. Additionally, slow regulatory responses could hinder the safe development of artificial intelligence technologies. So there is a slow regulatory responses which is hindering the safe deployment of artificial intelligence technologies. The balance between innovation and regulation is important for sustainable growth of artificial intelligence. Third news is about nanozyme development to combat abnormal blood clotting. So this topic I'm going to explain in detail because it is very important topic. The reason we are leading nowadays a sedentary lifestyle. So all the person are suffering from this type. Many of the person are suffering from abnormal blood clotting. So recent advancement in medical research have led to the creation of an artificial metal-based nanozyme at the Indian Institute of Science. So the research have led to the creation of an artificial metal-based nanozyme at the Indian Institute of Science. This innovation approach targets abnormal blood clotting. This innovation targets abnormal blood clotting, particularly in condition like pulmonary thromboembolism, PTE, pulmonary thromboembolism. The research is a response to the urgent need for effective treatment in light of rising cases of thrombosis. So blood clotting is a critical physiological process known as homeostasis. Blood clotting is a critical physiological process which is also known as homeostasis. It involves specialized blood cells which are known as platelets. When any blood vessel is injured, platelets activate and cluster to form clots. This process is regulated by a series of protein interaction triggered by signals from chemicals like signals given by chemicals like collagen and thrombin. So what are the problem of overactivation? In certain conditions such as pulmonary thromboembolism, PTE or COVID-19, the signals that regulate clotting can become dysfunctional, can become not properly functioning. So this leads to increased oxidative stress and high levels of toxic reaction oxygen species. ROS, high levels of toxic reactive oxygen species. Consequently, platelets become overactivated because of high level of toxic reactive oxygen species and increase oxidative stress. Platelets become overactivated, resulting in excessive clot formation, excessive blood clot formation. This is contributed to thrombosis, which poses serious health risk. So clotting of blood under normal condition, when a blood vessel is injured because of any reason, a specialized blood cell called platelets gets activated and cluster together around the vessel to form protective blood clots to stop bleeding. This is the normal blood clotting cascade homeostasis. So this is the normal blood clotting cascade phenomena is known as homeostasis, which is very important for normal human healthy life. The blood must be clot after getting injured. Homeostasis involve a complex series of protein interaction triggered by exposure to protein like collagen released from the damaged vessel wall, and the enzymes like thrombin, which is a key enzyme in the clot formation, activates fibrinogen and stabilizes the clot. So clotting factors, thrombin activate fibrinogen activates fibrin, and then the blood clot take place. And this is the normal blood clotting cascades, homeostasis. So when the blood get any damaged blood vessel, injury to vessel lining triggers the release of clotting factors, formation of platelet plug, vasoconstriction limit good flow, and platelets form a sticky plug. Development of clot, fibrin protein strands adhere to the plug and to form an insoluble clot. So this is the normal blood clotting cascade, homeostasis. So, vasopressin is also known as the antidiuretic hormone, which is released by the posterior pituitary gland. It is synthesized about the vasopressin, how it plays in the role of homeostasis. Vasopressin also plays an important role in the homeostasis. It is released by the posterior pituitary gland. It is synthesized in the hypothalamus of brain, especially within the supraoptic and paraventricular nuclei, and then transported to the posterior pituitary for storage and release. So vasopressin, also known as antidiuretic hormone, which plays a very important role in regulating body fluid balance and blood pressure. Its main function is to promote water reabsorption in the kidney. The main function of vasopressin is to promote water reabsorption in the kidneys, which helps to conserve water and maintain body proper hydration. So vasopressin also constrict blood vessel, leading to increase in blood pressure. So when vasopressin constrict blood vessel, it leads to an increase in blood pressure. There are two roles of vasopressin. First is the water homeostasis, and second one is the blood pressure regulation. Vasopressin increases the permeability of the collecting ducts and distal tubes in the kidney, allowing more water to be reabsorbed from the urine and back into the bloodstream. In this way, water homeostasis. This reabsorption leads to the production of more concentrated urine and helps to maintain proper fluid volume and electrolyte balance. So it helps to maintain to leads to the production of more concentrated urine because water is reabsorbed, and it helps to maintain proper fluid volume and electrolyte balance, and in this way water homeostasis. Vasopressin ADH also plays an important role in blood pressure regulation. It acts on blood vessels, causing them to constrict, which increases blood pressure. This is important for maintaining adequate blood flow to vital organs, to important organs, especially during conditions like dehydration or shock. So homeostasis also have a negative feedback loops. An example of negative feedback loop involved in the homeostasis is the maintenance of blood pressure in the human body. To maintain the blood pressure in the human body, special pressure receptor in the heart and aorta detect fluctuation in the blood pressure. Nerves carries this information to the medulla oblongata, to the brainstem. When blood pressure drops, the brainstem sends a signal via nerves to the heart to increase the rate of beating and to the blood vessel to constrict. When blood pressure drops, the brainstem sends a signal via nerves to the heart to increase the rate of beating and to the blood vessels to constrict, and in turn increases blood pressure throughout the body. On the other hand, if the blood pressure is high, the brainstem sends signal to the heart to slow down and to the blood vessel to dilate, thus lowering blood pressure. So maintaining blood pressure is important as the damage to internal organs can occur due to high pressure or loss of consciousness due to low pressure. There may be a loss of consciousness due to low blood pressure. So another example of negative feedback during homeostasis is the regulation of blood sugar levels. Blood sugar levels. The right amount of glucose in the blood is between 0.9 and 1.1 grams per liter. Higher level of sugar in the blood damage them. The amount of glucose in the blood is sensed by a variety of cells. If the amount is too high, beta cell in the pancreas act as receptor and control releasing the hormone insulin. If the amount of glucose become high, the beta cell of pancreas act as receptor and controller releasing the insulin. Insulin stimulates muscle cell of the body to take up the glucose and the liver cell to store glucose, that excess glucose in the form of glycogen in the liver, which act as a reservoir of energy, glycogen. So researchers at the Indian Institute of Science has developed an artificial metal-based nanozyme that can be used to prevent abnormal blood clotting, which is caused by a condition like pulmonary thromboembolism, PTE, pulmonary thromboembolism. Researchers have developed a novel new nanozyme using spherical vanadium pentoxide, V2O5, that have the nature's act as and mimics natural antioxidants enzymes to combat abnormal blood clotting, to treat abnormal blood clotting. These nanozymes control reactive oxygen species and prevent the overactivation of platelets. And in turn, it reduces the risk of excessive clot formation, blood clot formation. So the Indian Institute of Science has given promising results with these nanozymes in preventing abnormal blood clots in mice, was treated in mice, and have plans to explore its potential in preventing ischemic stroke in human. Mechanism ROS control act as a scavenger of reactive oxygen species that contribute to oxidative stress and platelet activation. By controlling ROS levels, reactive oxygen species level, the nanozyme prevents the overactivation of platelets, which is the important factor in the formation of blood clots. So it prevents the overactivation of platelets. So by controlling ROS levels, reactive oxygen species. It is mimicking natural enzymes, act as a natural antioxidant enzymes like glutathione's peroxidase, which reduces oxidative stress. So in conditions like PTE or diseases like COVID-19, the oxidative stress and level of toxic reactive oxygen species increases in the body and leading to overactivation of platelets. So this triggers the formation of excess clots in the blood vessel, contributing to thrombosis. Thrombosis, life-threatening, causes blockage in blood vessel. Thrombosis is a life-threatening problem which causes blockages in blood vessels. So artificial metal-based nanozyme tackle this challenge. Researchers have developed a nanomaterial that mimics the activity of natural antioxidant enzymes. And this artificial nanoenzyme is spherical vanadium pentoxides. And the artificial metal-based nanozymes will help in reducing ROS levels, preventing overactivation of platelets, and controlling abnormal blood clotting. So red blood cell, platelets, fibrin, and plaque formation. So preventing thrombosis, the blockage of blood vessel. So role of nanoenzymes. These nanoenzymes can scavenge ROS, reduce ROS, and thereby controlling their levels, mimic natural antioxidant enzymes, reduces the risk of thrombosis, reduces the risk of blood vessel blockage, synthesize various nanomaterials through controlled chemical reaction. Efficacy of vanadium pentoxide nanoenzymes These are found to be the most effective natural antioxidant enzymes to lower oxidative stress. It is essential for its ability to facilitate redox reaction that decrease oxidation reduction reaction that decrease ROS levels. So about experimental outcomes, the nanoenzymes was injected into a mouse model of PTE, and it shows promising result, a positive result, showing reduction in thrombosis, showing reduction in blockage of blood vessel, and improved survival rates for the animals. Additionally, the team monitored the mice for 5 days. Observing no toxic effects, no harmful effects from the nanozyme. About future research and direction, the research team plans to investigate the potential of the nanozyme for preventing ischemic strokes, which are also caused by blood vessels blockage. So they express positive optimism for future clinical studies in humans. It has given the success of their experiments with human platelets. Fourth news about Japan's innovation approach to artificial intelligence legislation. Japan introduced a law aimed at encouraging artificial intelligence research and development. This legislation, known as the Act on the Promotion of Research Development and Utilization of Artificial Intelligence Related Technologies. It seeks to position Japan as a leader. It seeks to position Japan as a leader in the global artificial intelligence landscape. This law diverges from strict regulatory frameworks like the European Union's Artificial Intelligence Act, instead promoting an innovation-driven environment. So the law diverges from strict regulatory frameworks, instead promoting an innovation-driven environment. Key features of Japan's artificial intelligence law. The act establishes an artificial intelligence strategy headquarters under the cabinets responsible for formulating a national basic plan for artificial intelligence. The plan encompasses foundational research, industrial deployments, international collaboration, and public education. The plan includes foundational research, industrial deployment, international collaboration, and public education. The law avoids rigid regulatory frameworks and focuses on enabling innovation and encouraging cooperation among stakeholders. Though this law is avoiding rigid, strict regulatory frameworks and focusing on innovation and cooperation among stakeholders, different stakeholders. What a comparison with European Union's Artificial Intelligence Act. In contrast to Japan's approach, the European Union Artificial Intelligence Act uses a risk-based classification system. It categorizes artificial system into tiers, having strict obligation on developers, especially in high-risk areas. These frameworks, EU frameworks, European Union framework is comprehensive, prioritizing human dignity and digital sovereignty. And non-compliance result in penalties and scrutiny. So it is about the European Union's Artificial Intelligence Act. What are the philosophy behind Japan's artificial intelligence approach? It is based on two core assumptions. First, innovation ecosystem grow in a low regulation environment. There should be no strict regulation. Second, voluntary cooperation guided by national coordination can reduce artificial intelligence related risk. The law assigns rules to local governments. The Japan's approach law gives rules to local governments, university, universities, research institutions, businesses, and the public, promoting a collaborative frameworks among all stakeholders. About challenges and risks, while Japan's model encourages innovation, it raises few concerns about accountability. There is a lack of clear standard which may lead to unreported artificial intelligence related harms. Question arise regarding bias, misinformation, disinformation, and algorithm failures. The challenges lies in ensuring that voluntary principles translate into effective safeguards in sensitive sectors like healthcare and defense. So these are the challenges and risks. About geopolitical context and international cooperation, Japan artificial intelligence reflects its strategic response to economic challenges, including a shrinking workflows and global competition. These proactives is crucial as countries worldwide explore varying approaches to artificial regulation. What are the global perspective on artificial intelligence regulation? Global perspectives on artificial intelligence regulation. Countries like the United States and the United Arab Emirates, UAE, are following different strategies. The United States is moving towards legislative clarity with the Artificial Intelligence Disclosure Act, following Artificial Intelligence Disclosure Act, while the United Arab Emirates is implementing a state-led artificial intelligence strategy that combines strategic investment with the targeted regulation. So these are the differences between the United States and United Arab Emirates strategies on artificial intelligence regulation. So these approaches, each approach reflects national priorities and cultural context. About future of Japan's artificial intelligence legislation, it is a gamble on institutional trust, ambiguity on institutional trust. It relies on collaboration among government, research, institutions, and businesses to ensure ethical artificial intelligence innovation. It totally depends on collaboration among government, research, institutions, and businesses to ensure ethical artificial intelligence innovation. The success of this model depends on effective coordination and the ability to adapt policies based on real-world feedback. So this law includes provision for future reviews, acknowledging the need for continuous refinement. So these are about the future of Japan's artificial intelligence legislation. Next news about the evolutionary significance of flowering plants. Evolutionary significance of flowering plants. Life on Earth relies heavily, depends totally on plants. Because we get the everything from the primary production of oxygen and food are green plants with the help of photosynthesis. So understanding how plant grow, how plant reproduce is very important, is crucial. Over 450 million years, plants evolved from aquatic algae to land-dwelling species. So plant first evolved as aquatic algae and then to the land-dwelling species. A notable development occurred about 130 million years ago with the growth of flowering plants and angiospermic plants. This period saw a rapid diversification of flowering plants, leading to what Charles Darwin termed as abominable mystery. Charles Darwin termed an abominable mystery. Abominable mystery, which shows that this period saw a rapid diversification of different types of growth of flowering plants. So this discovery, this research has set light this evolutionary puzzle. About life cycle of land plants. Land plants have two main life cycle. The two phases. First phase is gametophyte. Second one is sporophyte. Gametophyte, as the name indicates, gametophyte, it produces gametes, male gamete, female gametes, while the sporophyte produce spores. Gametophyte cells have one set of genes that generate either a sperm or eggs. Male gamete sperm or female gamete eggs. When fertilization occurs, a sporophyte forms. This sporophyte contains two sets of genes. It matures and produces spores, leading to new gametophyte. So early land plants like mosses spend most of their life in the gametophyte phase. In contrast, flowering plants predominantly exist in the sporophyte phase. So land plant like moss spend most of their life in gametophyte phase. In contrast, angiospermic plants, flowering plants, predominantly exist in the sporophyte phase. So the development of gametophyte in flowering plants. In flowering plants, gametophytes are enclosed within the sporophytes. Male gametophyte produce pollen. Pollen delivers sperm to female gametophyte with the help of different types of pollinators, natural pollinators also, wind or with the help of animals, insects, etc. The fertilization of eggs by sperm leading to seed formation. So this adaptation allows flowering plant to reproduce effectively in different environments. So recent studies about the role of SHUKR gene. The recent study about the role of SHUKR gene, sugar genes, in Arabidopsis thaliana, a model organism for plant biology. SHUKR gene in Arabidopsis thaliana, a model organism for plant biology. It is important for pollen development. Without a functional SHUKR gene, viable pollen cannot be produced. SHUKR gene also regulate F-box genes that play a very important role in pollen developments. So these findings suggest relationship between sporophyte and gametophyte development in flowering plants. So the sugar genes, SHUKR genes, emerged in eudicots around 1 to 5 million years ago. It has evolved with eudicots plants around 125 million years ago. It has evolved rapidly, gradually, rapidly, and allowing flowering plants to adapt to varying different environmental conditions. This adaptability is important for survival in different types of climates. And it's a modified pollen quality. It enhances reproductive success in changing environment. So the SUKHR gene is also known as SHUKR gene, is a newly discovered gene in flowering plants which plays very important role in pollen developments, particularly in the educodes, a major group of flowering plants. The image is given. It is involved in the sporophyte phase where plants produce healthy, viable pollen, which is important for reproduction. Pollen is important, it carries male gametes, so it is important for reproduction. The gene's discovery shed lights on the evolution of flowering plant has implication for developing climate resilient crops. And it has implication for developing climate resilient crops. So SUKHR controls the F-box genes, which are responsible for removing old proteins and replacing them with new ones, adding in pollen, which helps in pollen developments. So this gene, it controls the F-box genes, and it responsible for removing old proteins and replacing them with new ones, helping pollen development. So about the significance, the gene's activation during the sporophyte phase highlight the close link between the main plant body and the pollen production. It suggests that as Sukhar and F-box genes evolve rapidly, allowing plants to adapt for changing environmental conditions like extreme heat, extreme cold, drought, etc. So about evolutionary impact first appeared about 125 million years ago approximately in Ajucodes, contributing to the rapid diversification of flowering plants during that period. So it can withstand these challenges according to civic study. So the CSIR CCMB in Hyderabad played a role in discovering this gene. So what about the implication for food security? Flowering plants are important for food security. They provide seeds. They are primary food source for human, for animals. However, climate change threaten this system. High temperature can lead to male sterility in plants. So to understand this mechanism behind plant resilience is important. So research on the SHUKR gene may lead to advancement in developing plants that can withstand extreme conditions, that can withstand harsh conditions. So scientists continue to explore genes that improve, that enhance plants' steadiness and adaptability. The SHUKR genes represent a promising avenue for improving environmental resilience in plants because plants provide seeds that are primary food source for human, for many animals. So with the future direction in plant research, it helps in understanding how sporophytes influence pollen quality. Researchers can develop strategies to ensure food security in the face of climate change. So these are about the current affairs, science and technology from 1st June to 7th June. If you like this video is advantageous, kindly like, share and subscribe for next episode. Kindly watch next episode.